Let me start by saying this. There is nothing wrong when helping someone to start YouTube. What is interesting is how the help is given. But before I go to that topic of discussion for today, let me just tell us how exhaustive I am today, because I came to Eldoret. It was on a Wednesday morning, where I traveled 400 kilometers from my village, that is Nyamuhansi village, to Eldoret city. Actually, I woke up, it was at 8 a.m. I was in Eldoret at 6 a.m. So that means it was around 4 hours travel non-stop, that you're just moving on the road. Yeah. The same day, I had to do some farm visitation in one of the biggest farm here in Eldoret, where I did that. And actually I did some videos where I was comparing maybe horse farming, that is Marwa's horse farming project, and maybe doing something like dairy farming, where it just told us which venture is most profitable. Then the same day, I traveled 800 kilometers from Eldoret to Mombasa. Is 800 kilometers. I went very well. I reached and I did everything that took me to Mombasa. Then after I did everything in Mombasa, then I did another video where I was talking about ROCO, not coming back to the villa. By that time I was in Mombasa, even though that video was very short, because I was very exhausted. Yeah. Today, same yesterday, I traveled all the way from Mombasa to Eldoret again without relaxing. So that means another 800 kilometers back to Eldoret, and from Eldoret today again I'm traveling another 400 kilometers back to the village. So that means my schedule has been very busy, no relaxing. I have to do everything swiftly so as to get what I was up to. And you can see even the environment of now. I'm just here, one of the hotels in Eldoret, where I'm going to take my breakfast from this point. Then I'll be proceeding to the farm that I did a video about dairy farming. Then I'll get back to town, travel back to Eldoret. So that is how my journey has been, so as at least to inflict some knowledge in my mind, because I need one time I grow, even before I do some other things. But you people know that very soon I'm going to school, that is a law school, very soon. Yeah, I don't know when it will be, but very soon. Before even that, let me discuss a video for today, because in FELO the boy's video, he mentions a visitor, a man who wants to be a YouTuber, an upcoming creator. Then he adds on one detail that changed everything. He said that he knew him through CONDAD. Now pause with me for a moment. CONDAD is a father of some of the most established YouTubers in this space. People with reach, people with influence, people who can change a channel overnight with one sentence. So here's a simple question, and I'm asking calmly: if access exists, why was help redirected instead of given directly? Because why not a shout out? Why not an advice from the very top? Why not the path sideways? It is not accusing anyone, I'm not attacking anyone, I'm observing pattern, because sometimes support isn't denied, it is rerouted, and that difference matter more than people think. Let me talk about FELO the boy, because let us watch this clip, then we analyze everything about this video step by step. Stay tuned.
So before that, guys, I have the one of the visitor that yesterday he was here with me. He came with congrats dad. He's the YouTuber from he's just an upcoming YouTuber. So I will just be able to speak with him here. I will give him an opportunity to introduce himself because he wants to start a YouTube channel, and this YouTube channel that he wants to start, I came to know him through Congrats Dada. yesterday when they came with him to my home. But before that, CONDAD had already talked to me about it, that he needs my support to this my brother here. So I will give him opportunity to introduce himself, then we can just be able to continue. So welcome.
Beautiful people, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another session in this amazing YouTube channel that goes by the name Maxwell Lumumba Africa. Maxwell Lumumba is my name, a village content creator, born and raised in a village setup with no jobs, no land, but at the end of the day, our sustainability depends on content creation so as to earn a living. That being that, let me take this opportunity and appreciate all the subscribers who have been helping this YouTube channel directly and indirectly. So for those who have not subscribed, make sure that you subscribe, like, comment and share this video to other individuals, and remember to turn on the notification bell so that any day, anytime I post any video, you guys get updated and watch these videos to the end without skipping any ad. Also, I have another YouTube channel that goes by the name Vibe with Lumumba, where basically I post videos on lifestyle, on village vlogs, and sometimes some traveling videos. Like now, I posted videos when I was in Eldoret, when I was in a farm setup, when I'm yet to post another video when I was in Mombasa. So that means that YouTube channel, I'm really doing some other great things, especially when it comes to my personal life. You can get it in that YouTube channel, but basically this YouTube channel, what I do mostly is about reaction video, where I have my niche. One of my niche is about Marwa. That is my niche in this YouTube channel, and that is what keeps us moving, that is what keeps us going. Also, apart from Marwa, I do a reaction all over the world. I also have some videos especially for upcoming news, upcoming trending news worldwide and everything. That being that, I watched FELO the boy's video very carefully, not once, not twice, but slowly, because some stories don't need shouting, they need questions. Let me start here. In his video, FELO the boy mentioned that he had a visitor, not just any visitor, a man who wants to become a YouTuber, an upcoming YouTuber. According to FELO, this man did not just wake up and find him, or this man never found FELO the boy by himself, or he never went to FELO the boy house and actually start knocking that FELO, open for me these doors so that open for me your gate so that I can get a shout out or what. He clearly says that he knew him through CONDAD, and that sentence alone changes everything, because CONDAD is not just anybody on YouTube. CONDAD is the father to Marwa, the father to David Jr., the father to Dimwango, the husband to Congrats mom, and all these individuals that I've mentioned, they are content creators. These are not just some small content creators. Like Marwa himself said on camera, he has 10 years of experience in YouTube, and he has been traveling all over the world. Dimwango has experience when it comes to YouTube, and both Dimwango and Marwa, they have more than 400,000 subscribers. Then we have David Jr. and we have Congrats mom. So that alone shows that these are established, global, and high-reach YouTubers. So here is where my question begins, and I want you watching to think with me, not against me, because some people already, I know, they will be start posting that I'm out or against this family. No, what I'm usually doing is my own analysis, where I tell us what is happening. Like today, don't tell me that today's topic I'm talking about Marwa. Today's topic I'm talking about the family now, the CONDAD himself, the head of the family. So if a man wants to start a YouTube journey, and he has actually direct access to a family where everyone is a YouTuber, why is he being sent to FELO the boy? That is the question that I'm asking. Why not a shout out from Marwa? Why not a short clip from Baby Junior? Why not even a story mentioned from Dimwango? Just one sentence from any of them will do more than weeks of strategy talk. We have already seen even Marwa himself saying that he wants to offer a masterclass classes, yeah, every week that cost like $1,000 per month. So that means that CONDAD should actually talk to the likes of Marwa, because Marwa is around. Marwa is around. Even in yesterday's video, he has been posting, he has been begging for money, to help this daughter, help these, yeah, right, left and center. His work is begging and doing, you people understand what is going around with Marwa. So they were saying that apart from maybe calling, what CONDAD could do, just make a phone call, tell Marwa, tell Dimwango, tell David Jr., help this guy, he's my friend, not directing this person directly to FELO the boy. And you see, from FELO the boy says that CONDAD went to his homestead and he went with that guy directly, not that he sent the guy using his name. No, they went there, they discussed about the issue, and FELO the boy accepted to help the individual. So I asked calmly, why didn't the children help this man directly? That is the question that I'll be asking. And let us be honest, in the YouTube ecosystem, access is power and visibility is currency. If CONDAD has the power to introduce someone to FELO, he has also the power to say, my son, give this guy 10 seconds. But that did not happen. Why? Is it strategy? Is it distance? Is it selective support, or is it something else entirely? I'm not accusing, I'm observing. Because what we see, because even sometimes, apart from those shout out, apart from maybe doing a short clip, what somebody does that you just take that link of that individual, share it to your community. Then if that guy might be getting that support from the YouTuber, from the other subscribers who, we have some of the subscribers that belong to Marwa's cult and the minion. So for those kind of people, you see that they'll be subscribing to that beautiful YouTube channel. But even for me, I've been advising people that before even you go for shout out, you go for I don't know what, try first to establish yourself. Because even for me, never started with shout out. I started shout outs when I've already been monetized, and it just took 1 month to be monetized. And the secrecy about that is just sticking to a niche. Because for me, I was doing animal videos and I was sticking to my niche. When I wake up in the morning, was just about animal. I sleep shouting the name of animals. I wake up shouting the names of animal. When I'm doing my daily routine, I'm talking about animals, everything about animals. So algorithm saw this and it was really pushing my videos. Within 1 month, I was monetized and everything was working very well. It is only that I came to realize that I'm really exhausting myself. I'm really traveling a lot. The way I started this YouTube for today, I've told us how I've been passing through different cities, from Eldoret City through Nakuru City to actually Mombasa City, through Nairobi City to Mombasa City. The only city that I have not stepped is Kisumu City, because it is actually, I'll be passing it when I'll be heading back to the village. Because when I was coming from the village, I passed through Kisumu City. Actually, I've passed through all the cities in Kenya: Kisumu City, Eldoret City, Nakuru City, Nairobi City, and finally Mombasa City. All those 5 cities have taken 3 days to pass all those cities, going and coming back. So that means every city I stepped 2 times. But for Mombasa, only once, because I just went there for some around 5 hours. I was back. Yeah. So they were saying that the way I was saying that because let us not pretend a larger percentage of fellow The Boy subscribers actually they have come from Marwa's channel. That's public history, that algorithm reality, because we know the history about fellow The Boy and Marwa, the way they started, how they fell off from actually how they separated, what issues transpired about these, about the donation, about the money being sent directly to fellow The Boy's M-Pesa account instead of passing through Marwa's channel. You know, everything about fellow The Boy and Marwa's, yeah, we all know about the issue. So let me say this. So when creator or when someone arrives at fellow through CONDAD, it creates a cycle that feels uncomfortable, because I know a lot of people have been asking. Even I was trying to read on the comment section of that video. People are really asking why CONDAD lectured on you, but he could not even tell this individual, go to my son, go to my wife, go to my daughter. He never did that, of which we tend to think that that is something else. And that raises another question. Is fellow being positioned as a buffer or a middle ground, a space or a safe space where others don't have to directly engage? Again, question, not conclusion. Think about this deeply. A whole family on YouTube, wife, sons, daughter, all of them are creators. Yet, when it comes to helping others, support seems filtered, redirected, and selectively. So that means instead of telling those guys to help this man, he redirects, he filtered, he tries to get the best. I don't know if it is the best or what. YouTuber, you try filter, you sample out, you take out your son, you take out your daughter, you take out your wife, then you settle on somebody, just a neighbor. Why? Is YouTube suddenly full? Is mentorship limited? Because from that tells us that maybe the mentorship is limited. CONDAD does not that capacity to tell his children that help this individual, or is help only given when it does not disturb the hierarchy? Because when you see that hierarchy from Marwa, we go to, I don't know, to Dimwango, we go to David Jr., we go, you know, when that hierarchy is being pronounced in front of people, people see that hierarchy, there is an hierarchy from the top to the bottom. Why fellow The Boy? And that is not an insult. These are structural questions. Let me say this. Sometimes what people don't do speaks louder than what they do. Sending a man to fellow The Boy instead of empowering him directly through the massive platform, that choice tells a story. Not a loud story, not a dramatic one, but a carefully controlled one. And maybe that's the real conversation we should be having. Not about fellow, not about the man, but about how power moves quietly into families, brands, and influence and cycles. Let me say that because I'm not here to attack anyone. I'm not here to ask the question many people are thinking but are afraid to say it out. And that is really what is happening in this village. For those who know, they know. For those who don't know, they don't know. Having said that, that makes us that makes us end that discussion about fellow The Boy, the man, and congrats mom, and CONDAD. So guys, I'm heading to the farm. So there are some things that have come just to purchase over here. There are these gadgets. Let me show us. There are these gadgets that we call them Preed. Just show us the Preed. Show us the Preed. What we call the Preed. Yeah. The last time I was talking about Preed, and these are how the gadgets look like. This is the Preed. Yeah? These are Preeds that they're being manufactured from Seva. Seva is in France. That is Seva Animale. So you can see here it is written Prid Delta. So this, when I was talking about intravaginal device, this is what I was talking about. There is a gadget inside here. It is triangular in shape, and today I'm going to do a practical aspect of it, so that we get to understand how to use this Prid. And basically, Prid is hosted by progesterone hormone. So that means we are going to insert it per vagina in the animal, in the bovine. Some people call it bovine, and these are vaginal delivery system for cattle. And the way I've said, I know some people will be asking question that how come this gadget, is it not too heavy for the cow? I'll be explaining that, because this thing is inert, and when you see, it is made for animal. When you see this packaging, it is airtight, and look at how it is being enclosed. That tells you that this is something that somebody is not even to play with it, especially for the pregnant women. Once you touch these, when you're pregnant, maybe you have a cut in your finger. When you touch these gadget, there is high chances of abortion. Having said that, after here, we are going to the practical aspect where I'll be tearing these thing, so that we see how that Prid is, the applicator of putting these Prid to the animal. So we are going to learn a lot of things from that point. So as before, you see, I have my military bag with me here today. This is my military bag, and this is what happens. I usually walk with it most of the time, because it has a duty to perform. Everywhere I go, I have to go with it. So today I've just taken some 4 number of Prid. There are 4 in number. 1, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 Prids. And not everyone uses these Prid. Not everyone, because we also have some surgeons who they don't know about Prid. We have other people, they don't know the use of this Prid. Even some vets have never heard about the usage of this Prid. So it's a deep understanding. It requires knowledge about it. I'm not trying to say that people are not knowledgeable or what. I'm trying to tell us that this is something that we need to know. We need to practice about this. We need to go to some places so that you can be having a knowledge about it. Because when I was talking about synchronization the other time, I spoke about synchronization, where I spoke about 3 protocols. The progesterone protocol, that is a PGF2 protocol, the OviSync protocol that people talk about day 0, day 7, day 9, and finally this type of protocol that we call the Prid protocol. And I said that I personally really like the Prid protocol because of various reasons. Because success rate, especially making the conception rate, is very high. So having said that, that is why I really like Prid protocol, and I usually stick to that. I don't do any other protocol apart from Prid, because at the end of the day, you are in business. You want to build your name. So when you want to build your name, you have to get something that success rate, even though it is very expensive, because this gadget alone, one of it costs like $20, one gadget. So when you tell maybe a farmer that this is $20, some people tend to think that it is very expensive. But when you talk about synchronization, we have to make these animals become on heat within the same time. Even we usually say that animals have to give birth every year. So you get that there are some animals that have actually they're more than 4 months and they have not come on heat. So that means that that animal will not giving birth every year. So we have to make sure that at the end of the year we have a calf. And this is one of the methods for those who are embracing synchronization. They get to understand and everything that is working out. So for this video, let me end it from that point. In that, my other YouTube channel will be discussing how to use this Prid protocol and everything, where I'll be putting practical aspect, because in this channel I know when I do the practical aspect about inserting this Prid, that my channel can be striped, yeah, because you understand, showing that side of a cow and inserting that thing, yeah, because that other channel is not monetized, yeah. For that I can still do that practical, because it is not against animal, or it is not something like animal cruelty or something of sort, but let us just be that you know, some things, you know, some things are very painful. You inserting that braid to that animal intravaginally, so that means some other people won't be taking that like practical aspect. They'll be saying that maybe it is very painful for the animal, but this thing is inert and it is made for animals. So that means watch the other YouTube channel, then you get to understand what I'm really talking about. Thank you for now. Goodbye.